You got two there.
Yeah.
ESPN presents the Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League. Today, it's the Atlanta Championships. You're looking at Clayton County International Park, site of the 1996 Olympic Beach Volleyball Games. And today, it's the second men's final of the year. ABVL taking on Outdoor. Hi again, everybody, and welcome along with Heather Cox. I'm Chris Marlowe. Inglenook won the title 2 weeks ago in the Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League. These two teams looking for their first titles of the year. How do you see the matchup?
Well, it's a very interesting one. These two teams very different. Outdoor has struggled both tournaments with ABVL. ABVL very powerful but not steady, but they know how to get it done when it counts. Outdoor, on the other hand, very good transition team, solid, consistent, but they don't put that extra oomph into it when they need to.
ABVL has one of the great setters in the league and perhaps one of the great setters in the world. His name is Dusty Dvorak, my teammate on the 1984 Olympic team.
And you can't say enough about Dusty. He is the premier setter, I think one of the best setters in the world of volleyball history. He's out there just ready to go every single day. He's proven leader, and he can dish from anywhere on the court.
Outdoor has been doing it with hitting and blocking. One of the best middle blockers in the league is Doug Partee, the big one.
And he's been around for a long time, 5 years as captain. This year, the first pick by Captain Dan Hannon. And Doug Partee is one of the most efficient hitters in the league. He can control the net from antenna to antenna, meaning he can go anywhere across the net.
All right, set, ready to go. ABVL and Outdoor for the introduction of the starting lineups. Let's go over to Morgan Spurlock.
Atlanta Beach, let's introduce the men's players who are going to be playing in our men's final, battling on the sand at Atlanta Beach for 20 grand. Let's first introduce the players from Team Outdoor Products. He's a two-time All-American and former U.S. national team member from UCLA, the setter, Mike Seeley. A 1995 ABVL MVP and All-League middle blocker. He was a 1992 Olympic bronze medalist and a 1988 Olympic gold medalist. The middle blocker from UCLA, Doug Partee. He was a two-time national champion at UCLA and a 1996 ABVL Rookie of the Year from UCLA outside hitter, Eric Sullivan. A three-time All-American and 1993 ABVL Rookie of the Year. He's Stanford's all-time kill leader from Stanford, the captain, outside hitter, Dan, the Cardinal Cannon, Hannon. Now let's introduce the players from Team ABVL. He was a 7-year member of the U.S. national team, a 1993 ABVL All-League setter, and a 1984 Olympic gold medalist from USC, the setter, Dusty Dvorak. A 1994 NCAA Player of the Year. He was a 1993 NCAA Championship co-MVP, a member of the U.S. national team from UCLA, rookie to the tour, middle blocker, Jeff Nygaard. A three-time NCAA All-American, 1992 ABVL All-League left outside hitter and former U.S. national team member from the University of Hawaii, outside hitter, the A-Bomb, Allen Allen. He was captain of your 1996 U.S. Olympic indoor team, a 1988 Olympic gold medalist and 1992 Olympic bronze medalist from Long Beach State and Pepperdine, the outside hitter, Captain Bob Stavertlich.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is tied-off score for 15 points.
The playing conditions here in Atlanta, warm and muggy, very, very humid. It's gone from a dreary, drippy, rainy day to hot and muggy.
The sand today is perfect, however. While the weather hasn't been cooperating, the sand is great. It's perfect. No rocks, no shells. You can't ask for anything better.
5-hour rainstorm this morning shooed away most of the crowd, but some brave souls have stuck with us. Of course, this Olympic venue rocking at the 1996 Olympic Games, but a sparse crowd here today, and the weather has had played a major influence on that. So ABVL and Outdoor, the Outdoor team in the red trunks for identification. That'll make it easier. The blue team or the blue trunks will be the ABVL, which is an acronym for the American Beach Volleyball League, a league-sponsored team. And here is Bob Stavertlich serving. Dan Hannon. Now check that. That's Doug Partee tapping it through.
Team Outdoor wants to get off to a very quick start. They have struggled with ABVL. Dan Hannon, the captain, says we just haven't been able to close when we want to. They lost in round robin play 15-12 to ABVL, and they're very equally suited, as we talked about in the Open, but Outdoor has to have that killer instinct.
Sullivan puts it up there. Here comes Partee, and Dvorak goes and gets it. Nygaard tips, and Hannon goes and gets it. There's a good example of how to retreat off the net with two hands and pop that ball up. Allen unloads. So Allen with the best nickname in volleyball, the A-bomb, gets his first kill.
And the A-bomb post-celebration yesterday celebrated his birthday today, hoping to get the first championship of '97 for Team ABVL. If he can be a power hitter like that for 15 points, they're good to go.
Allen is 6'2", 220 pounds, out of the University of Hawaii. Now lives in San Diego. In the league 6 years and has 11 total victories. Allen digs it up, goes over to Nygaard, and Nygaard taps it over the top. Jeff Nygaard, one of the promising young stars in America, playing without his shirt today, originally from Madison, Wisconsin.
Braving it out here in the overcast in Clearwater 2 weeks ago, suffering a horrible sunburn. He's one of 2 rookies on the league, not really accustomed to the elements out here.
Speaking of rookies, the Rookie of the Year, Eric Sullivan, made the pass, and the block was registered by Bob Stavertlik. So the first time out is on the board, and the ABVL jumping out to a 2-0 lead over Outdoor. We figure this will be very, very competitive. 8 minutes and 21 seconds to go. We're playing to 15. And Dusty Dvorak's squad looking good at the moment. The Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League is brought to you by Bud Light, the beer that won't fill you up and never lets you down. Make it a Bud Light. And by Paul Mitchell. Professional hair care means only one thing. Paul Mitchell, available in fine salons only.
We're rocking with a little local sound. Memory Dean, the local group out of Atlanta. Sounding pretty good, Chris.
Absolutely.
I saw you boogieing during the timeout.
I was doing a little boogie, but I need a partner, Heather. I need a partner. These guys really a little too up-tempo for the Marlowe of today.
Marlowe, you're aging yourself. What do you need, a little swing?
Take about 20 years off me and put me in with Memory Dean, and that'd be the end of it.
I'm ready to hear Memory Dean, B-52s, REM. Let's get all those Atlanta
Heather, you're still,
rock and roll groups.
You're still a young rocker. Okay, timeout, time in. Back on the sand, ABVL 2, Outdoor 0. Allen serving.
Yeah.
And a little off-speed floater, pretty good pass there. A little X-play, Sullivan, and Allen digs it. Whip it over to Stavertlik. Stavertlik's a percentage player, he likes to keep the ball in play. Here's Dan Hannon, and Sullivan goes and gets it. That's Sullivan's value to his team, passing and digging. Stavertlik, and Stavertlik can't convert. So Outdoor, the team in red, gets the ball back. As we told you, Inglenook winning 2 weeks ago. Inglenook finishing third here. And here is the tall setter, Mike Seeley.
Seeley, who was phenomenal in the semifinal match. A huge block up there, now staying back to play defense.
Sullivan, one arm. Hannon gets it over to Seeley, who pokes it over. Here comes Stavertlik. Cross court inside as Stavertlik slimes it off the block and down.
Yeah, Stavertlik, known as the best slime hitter anywhere. Hits it so well off the block. Always gets those little slimy rolls, this time using the hands of Dan Hannon, getting right inside Seeley's digging range.
Dusty Dvorak, his 4th year playing with team captain Bob Stavertlik. They know each other well. Was a captain last year of Team OP. He'll jump serve deep. Seeley squeezing it to Hannon. And here comes Nygaard, and Nygaard puts it away. So Jeff Nygaard off to a good spiking and blocking start.
What a confidence builder for Nygaard. Got drafted in the first round by Captain Bob Stavertlik. He said he wasn't even expecting the draft. A great surprise, especially for somebody who grew up in Illinois, hadn't even played on the beach scene until his first year at UCLA.
Now he's a true beach trooper after getting heavily sunburned, as Heather Cox detailed for you. Hannon taps it down the line. Dan Hannon, born in Newport Beach, California, then on to Stanford University. We asked Dan Hannon, what about establishing a winning tradition? Could he do it with this group?
Yeah, it's important for us to win this tournament and get our first win under our belt. It gives you confidence for the rest of the season. Last tournament, we weren't that happy with how we played, so it'd be great to win this one.
Dan Hannon, one of the leaders on this tour, 19 career victories, looking for victory number 20. How sweet it would be today.
Serving his Partee. He'll rush to the net and block in the middle. He comes in there. Oh, what a dig by Eric Sullivan. Whip it over to Hannon, and Hannon is blocked. Oh, and an inadvertent whistle. The ball was stuffed down, and Eric Sullivan making two fantabulous plays.
Bobby Clark calling the replay with those two thumbs up. Here's a look at why he wanted to call the lift.
Bobby thought he saw a putty tat, and he's going, hey, I'm sorry, inadvertent whistle.
Even refs make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Every once in a while.
Bobby big enough and good enough to admit it. Refs like to keep the plays going if they can. Bobby Clark considered one of the great refs in the United States and in the Bud Light League, internationally, et cetera, et cetera.
Bobby Clark also responsible for Mike Seeley, the setter out there for Outdoor. Turned him into a setter when he was his high school coach, believe it or not.
Good idea as Jeff Nygaard pokes one into the corner, side out.
Seeley and Bobby Clark go way back. Santa Monica High. Actually started out as an outside hitter his freshman year. Then Bobby Clark said, hey, you may be 6'7", but you would make a fantastic setter. Good move.
Seeley on to win a national championship at UCLA, and he will be returning to the USA national team soon. He just tried out last week in a mass tryout. There were 100 players down at Long Beach under the watchful eye of Doug Beal, the new USA men's national team coach, and they're looking for players to go on to 2000. Here's Eric Sullivan. Sullivan also a player that tried out. A very good swing hitter, good passer. If he's got a problem, he's not a dynamic offensive spiker.
A lot of changes in the national team. They, of course, relocated from San Diego to Colorado Springs, and because of that, they're looking for a lot of players. Some, believe it or not, are giving up the opportunity to play in an Olympic Games because they don't want to relocate.
Off the block goes Hannon. 3-0. Dvorak. And here comes Stavolik, and Stavolik hits it off Partee out of bounds. Just to continue that thought, if you were a young player now and you wanted to play in the Olympics, would you go to Colorado Springs for 3 years? For 4 years?
In a heartbeat.
For 8 years?
I'd go for 8 years if I could play into Olympics.
How about one Olympics for 8 years?
Oh, for 8 years, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably get
so
just about anything to
you don't
play in
have
the
any
Olympics.
problem with the national teams moving to Colorado
Not at all.
Springs?
They've got tremendous facilities there.
Okay.
Colorado's a beautiful state. Colorado Springs isn't San Diego, but it's certainly got its pluses.
You ever been up there in the winter?
Oh, yeah? A little chilly.
Okay. That's the voice
what
of Heather
I do
Cox,
for a gold medal, though.
the University of Pacific. She's never seen sub 50-degree weather in her life except when she's skiing in Colorado. Outdoor looking to get a point. We're playing 1-15 for the championship. And the ball is blocked, so Outdoor up high. Dan Hannon, the computer programming specialist, and it's a point.
And that block is certainly going to help Outdoor. This team not known as a blocking or offensive team, in fact finished last in both categories in Clearwater, Florida, so this will certainly help their game.
We'll be back with more after this. It's 4-1 ABVL. We're back in Atlanta. Our tournament recap from the first couple of days. Paul Mitchell played very poorly. Outdoor was up and down. Inglenook and ABVL very good.
Paul Mitchell started off round robin play strong against Inglenook, but if you look at this team, you think, where is the ball control? Paul Mitchell is huge at the net, but this team lacks consistency and ball control to be a real force. For Inglenook, they proved to be a great side-out team this weekend thanks to its pass and block game. Plus, Dwayne Cameron, the fill-in, believe it or not, has been on fire with his serve and passing. All around, this team was hot, but not quite hot enough to get into the finals.
All right, back to center court. ABVL, Bob Stavertlich, Dusty Dvorak, Jeff Nygaard, and Alan Allen have the lead 4-1. Outdoor trailing Dan Hannon, Eric Sullivan, Doug Partee, and Mike Seeley. Outdoor just beginning to block. Partee got it for a moment. Dvorak, high middle, Nygaard over the top. Nice up by Sullivan. Set left, here comes Hannon, and Hannon blasts it through. So 2 consecutive points for Outdoor, and it's 4-2 now.
Dan Hannon able to blast it through the block so strong, he's up early, has time to see the block and see that there's a seam, goes high hands.
Dan Hannon, a big-time surfer now. He lives in San Diego. He owns 2 boards, and interestingly goes surfing with Doug Partee I got to get in on that since I'm now living in San Diego.
He's going to love you for saying he's a big-time surfer now. Actually, just got started 2 years ago in Hawaii, the last event of the season back in '95. Doug Partee took him out to the big waves. It's quite an induction into the sport, starting off in Hawaii.
Absolutely.
And a big fan now, giving up actually a lot of skiing for more surfing time.
I'll shut them both down if I get a chance. If
You
I've got a
go.
good board. Yeah, I'll let you know. Stavertlik over the top, and Sullivan's dig goes wide. Are you impressed with the defense of Eric Sullivan?
I am. He is a fantastic defensive player. And in the semifinals, he was a huge part of their win. He roams back there like a free safety and is able to scoop things up because he stays real high on the sand.
Jeff Nygaard patrolling at the net. Sullivan's in the back court. He'll receive most of the passes for Team Outdoor. And the only guy not wearing a shirt. So Mike Seeley set to put the ball in play. Seeley said he wasn't going to shave this entire weekend to get his game face on. And he hasn't. Good serve, Stavertlik, great pass. Combination play, Alan Allen whips one down the line.
And that's the first we've seen of Alan Allen, and I think Dvorak needs to get Allen involved in the offense. I've been surprised that we haven't seen him. He is a powerful thug at the net. Great serve received by Seeley, and Alan Allen can just pound over the block.
Let me just understand that. Did you say he's a powerful thug at the net, or he's got a powerful thud? What?
I said thug. He's a
Okay,
powerful guy out
I got
there.
you. Okay. Just clarifying. Here he comes, and he thugs it out of bounds. So Outdoor will get the ball. Interestingly about Alan Allen for a moment while we're on him, he plans to be a dentist. Can you imagine introducing him? Here's your dentist, the A-bomb. He's ready to drill your teeth.
With the world's largest calves. A little intimidating.
Yeah, he's a great guy. 4-3 now, ABVL by 1. Working on the A-bomb. They'll set him. And he taps it through. Outdoor can tie it up right here. Back set Sullivan. And Sullivan is roofed. Alan Allen, Jeff Nygaard there.
Both Allen and Nygaard able to read Seeley's hands, knowing that he's going back to Sullivan. Sullivan, Chris, I think is the type of hitter that needs to be one-on-one, needs a deceptive setter
Absolutely.
to get him open.
Here comes Jeff Nygaard. Most of his serves, he's got a powerful jump serve. When he hits it well, they come back over the net. Hey, and there comes one now. Called rebound points. Sometimes he serves it so hard, the passer whacks it back over the net.
Yeah, so important on those powerful serves. You've got to bend your elbows a little bit to cushion the power of that top serve. Nygaard has been a serving machine all weekend, though. Very responsible for several points off of bases.
He's got a 3-step drop working on Hannon. Set left. Sullivan waffles it out of bounds, but wait a second. ABVL touched the net.
And Nygaard just a little too anxious to get from the service line up to the net. Took all of his forward momentum right into the net.
Don't you think a player's wearing hats, don't you think the bill of the hat ever hits the net? Wouldn't that be a problem?
You know, I don't think so, because when you're blocking, you're so far away, your forearms are about a foot in front of your body, so I don't think that would ever be a problem if you're doing it right.
Okay. Alan Allen cranks cross court. No, point Outdoor.
Team Outdoor Products to within 1 once again. 4 serves
So
5.
down by 1 now is Outdoor after trailing 4-1. Outdoor has been battling this weekend. And just wide goes Sullivan. So now Bob Stavertlik will get the ball back. Stavertlik did not compete last year because of his Olympic commitment. I'd hate to think where the United States team would have finished without him. They finished 9th anyway. There probably would have been 12th. X-play, Hannon, Stavertlik with a dig. Dvorak sets Stavertlik. Cut shot, no. Seeley was there. Here comes Hannon, dink, and down. Nice play. Nygaard and Stavertlik could know each other blocking from the national team, and they cozied up to each other very, very well.
They're going to sit down.
Timeout on the sand. 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. ABVL leading Outdoor by 2. Well, Jeff Nygaard has looked very, very good so far. Jeff Nygaard, the big man in the middle, leading the way. We asked him earlier about the pressure of being a rookie.
I was just talking to a guy.
I've always thought to myself that I'm the first to go. I am scapegoat number 1 here, but you know, just things are working right now, and I'm not going to jinx it by thinking about negative things. So we're on a roll, and I hope we keep it that way.
Nygaard and Tom Hoff, the only 2 rookies on the tour so far, but he's got to have the confidence. I mean, you look at his credentials, 3 years with the national team, 2-time NCAA Player of the Year, also a national championship while at UCLA. I'd say he's got the goods to play on this tour.
All right, we're coming back. We'll have more for you from the Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League in Atlanta. Don't go away. Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League continuing. Week number 2, Chris Marlowe and Heather Cox. We take you on to center court, outdoor in the red trunks. After trailing 4-1, has caught up, well, almost caught up. They've gotten it to 6-4. Team ABVL looking for its first championship, as is outdoor. Mike Seeley back sets to Hannon, and Hannon spins it out of bounds. Point ABVL now 7-4.
7-4.
Go to 8 here. Nice.
Continuing to serve is Bob Stavertlik. He's got a gold and a bronze medal. Partey, Stavertlik paws it up. Is that good? I guess so. Dvorak shovels it over. Seeley sets left. Hannon rejected.
Boy, a lot of people on this tour have said that Team ABVL doesn't have one true defender, but when you look at Alan Allen and Bob Stavertlik taking charge in the backcourt, you've got 2 great blockers in Dvorak and Nygaard, followed by great ball control players in Stavertlik and Allen.
Jeff Nygaard at 6'8", and he jumps, and he is patrolling. He's put on a lot of weight since he was a youngster in Madison, Wisconsin. He's bigger and stronger now, much more physical. You can see how he's bulked up. If you remember him as a skinny little wimp over at UCLA, was all bones. And of course, he's being ably assisted by Dusty Dvorak, the master craftsman. Dusty Dvorak, of course, the great setter on the 1984 Olympic team. Does he still have that intensity level? This is what he said.
My intensity level has probably changed a bit as I've played more and more, because I think when I was young, I was out there competing, you know, on a full-time basis. Now I still play, but I have other things in my life and other priorities, and if I win or lose, I have a lot to go home to, and so it takes a little of the pressure off, but I'm still very, very intense.
He may think that he's not quite as intense as he used to be, but you talk to the other players around the league, and they say, hands down, Dusty Dvorak is the most intense player on this league ever. He certainly still has that desire to win.
Off the block, out of bounds. Eric Sullivan getting the kill. There is DD, Dusty Dvorak. Made a lot of money playing ball over in Europe. Has a lot of business concerns now. His wife, Wendy, and they have 1 daughter, Stormy. And I believe they're expecting another.
Indeed. A couple months away, I think Wendy's due.
Maybe. X-play. Stavertlik chopping it through the block. Stavertlik might be the most difficult player to block on tour because he has so many odd-looking shots, so many interesting-looking shots.
A-bomb on the line. 8-4.
Set to serve is Alan Allen. You can see the skies here in Atlanta. We have been very fortunate. It rained for 4 or 5 hours this morning and cleared out the crowd. Nobody coming out to Atlanta Beach. Normally this is a very well-attended event, but with the heavy rain and the tricky destination, out to this beautiful site, the premier beach volleyball facility in the world, I would say. Built specifically for the Atlanta Olympics, and it is beautiful. Indoor facilities, those rooms, those VIP rooms that we were hanging out in are cushy and lush.
Can't ask for anything more than
No,
this.
no.
Maybe a little bit of sunshine. Clouds hovering again, threatening to rain. It's been off and on all day long.
Alan Allen gets blocked.
Get a point.
And outdoor gets a point. There are some of those VIP suites. In fact, that's where Ruben Acosta, the president of the FIVB, sat when he was here for the Olympics. And they told NBC, I remember this, they said, we wanted to put a camera right down there on the sand to shoot the action. And they said, no, no, no. No cameras in front of Dr. Acosta. So there wasn't.
Yes, prime viewing
That's
spots
right.
over there.
Our director, John McDonough, during the feed, he had to be creative and working around it. Side out to outdoor. 8-6, ABVL with the lead.
Alan Allen and Bob Stavertlich showing signs of frustration. They are the two ball control people out there. They've got to be the ones that receive serve and get the ball up to Dusty. Dusty's a great setter, but they've still got to get it somewhere in the vicinity so that he has 3 people to set to.
Timeout on the sand, 4:49 to go. ABVL leading Outdoor by a couple. We're back at Atlanta Beach in Clayton County, Atlanta. Or just outside Atlanta, I should say. Chris Marlowe and Heather Cox. Here's Mike Seeley set to serve. Looking at the low skyboxes here at Atlanta Beach for the VIP. Bob Stavertlich continues to tap it and pound it and whack it and slime it off the block.
Dusty Dvorak doing a great job getting the ball where the server is coming from. Mike Seeley that time served out of left back, came and blocked left front, so Dvorak immediately went to that side, knowing that Seeley wouldn't be there in time. That's a great play by the setter.
Dvorak always known for his back setting. That was his key item. He was one of the greatest, or maybe the greatest back setter of all time.
What was your favorite set, Chris?
I like to set the quick or set that fast hut. Back set was no good for me.
Yeah.
I just was not a good back set. I don't know why. My shoulders just never really worked well for me. But I could set the quick.
But he had that middle down pat.
Yeah, set a lot of me.
Another great high hands hit, back set, this time coming from Partee, and a great, that's one of the smartest hit, and a lot of players don't go after it because it's not a power hit, it's more finesse, go off the high hands.
Partee with a jumper, it's 8-6 still. There's once again the back set to Bob Stavertlich. You know, one thing that Dvorak does very, very well on his back set, at least he used to do indoor, is he'd hold the ball a long time, so you weren't sure whether he was going to set the back quick or the guy behind him. And so as a blocker, you just never knew, so you'd have to guess. It was very, very difficult to read which guy he was going to, and that made it deceptive.
Yeah, Dusty known as one of the most deceptive setters around.
Over the top, and accurate. And accurate. Side out, outdoor. Both these teams with very good setters. Dvorak, of course, the aging veteran, but still very, very talented. Dusty born July 29th, 1958, which would make him.
You're testing my math skills here, Chris. This is not fair. And then you talk about the setter for outdoor, Mike Seeley, who is, you're looking at the past to the present. Mike Seeley certainly eager to get back to the national team. In fact, earlier this weekend said he is planning on returning to the team training, wants to go to Sydney in 2000 and fight Loy Ball for that starting setter position.
Well, one man who has certainly made his mark on indoor volleyball and on the sand is Scott Fortune. He is the subject of our Beach Boys feature today.
I'm officially finished from the indoor career, 3 Olympics and playing overseas 3 times, and now it's time to have fun, and that's what the beach game's all about. And I enjoy playing it, and very competitive, and we've won a lot, but more importantly, it's just fun to play the beach game and the forming game. When I was growing up, I never thought that I would have an opportunity to go on and lead the torch to the younger guys, and that's been a very fulfilling experience to accomplish as much as I have. And for me, I don't think I'm a great player. They call me Bones, you know, not very strong, but I've used my smarts and I've worked hard, and that's all it takes is a lot of hard work and dedication, and you can become a very good player, and I think that's what I've done. When I just came out of college, Timmons kind of stepped up to me and said, "Hey, Bones, you look like me. I'm going to help you, you know, become a great player." And I owe a lot to the experience when I was young, the experience of the older players guiding me, and hopefully I can do that the same with some younger players. Help guide them to become not only good volleyball players, but good citizens and, you know, outstanding people.
Scott Fortune, the man who put the final ball away against the Russians in '88, a bronze medal in '92, and unfortunately the injury keeping him out of most of the action in 1996. We'll be back to Atlanta with more right after this. Welcome back to Atlanta Beach. Let's now pick up action a little later in the match. And ABVL leading by 1, 8-7. Nygaard taps it. Trying to tie it up right now. Sullivan. Not yet. Dvorak sets Alan Allen. And Allen launches. Maybe that's why they weren't setting him.
Well,
it's going to be a point.
A little too low and tight for Alan Allen. Allen's the type of player that needs a high outside set to give him the time to elevate over the block, because he's a shorter outside hitter Alan Allen at 6'2", playing against the 6'6" Hannon.
According to our stats, unofficially, Alan Allen has 6 hitting errors, so that's a good reason not to set the A-bomb. He's having a tough hitting day, playing good on defense, and Staverlik is rejected. So the X-play does not work, and you get the feeling that Outdoor's got some momentum, and ABVL starting to struggle a bit.
Outdoors got the momentum because of their net play. The timing hasn't been perfect between Partee and Seeley, but Seeley's been able to go to all 3 hitters at will, and I think that's really helped this Outdoor Products team.
Outdoor with its first lead at 9-8, trying to keep the pressure on. Dvorak sets left, Alan Allen pokes it, Partee spinning, Hannon back set, here comes Sullivan. And Sullivan whacks it right back to Hannon. Into the middle, here comes Partee, 2 on him, he's blocked. Little collision under the net, they joust, scoop it over to Alan Allen, he's going off, isn't he? No, not yet. They pop it back to him, back out to Alan Allen, and he fires it down the line, and the rally is going. Long rally favors which team, Heather?
I give it to Outdoor. The defense back there with Sullivan, and no, Nygaard
says no, Heather, no. Jeff Nygaard putting it away. Didn't have much room here, did he, Heather?
For his second official beach tournament, Jeff Nygaard is playing like a veteran. You'd never guess that he's that rookie status out there.
So here comes Nygaard, a first-round draft choice this year. Got his English degree from UCLA, and before he serves, we have to take a timeout. We're coming back, 2:35 to go. We're going right down to the wire. Outdoor has its first lead at 9-8. A look at NCAA championships for Team Outdoor and Team ABVL. Partee anchors Team Outdoor, does he not?
4 consecutive national championships while at UCLA. You can see how easily the indoor game transitions into the outdoor game. All of these players, phenomenal indoor college players. You can just tell by all these national championships.
Staverlik with a couple, Nygaard with a couple, Dvorak with a couple. Alan Allen didn't get one, but...
Neither did Dan Hannon.
Yep.
Dan Hannon's team, though, Stanford, won its first national title this year in men's indoor.
Hannon psyched up about that as Doug Partee goes over the top. 9-8 Outdoor. That means Doug Partee, Dan Hannon, Eric Sullivan, and Mike Seeley. The red guys, if you like. They're on the right side of the court as we look. ABVL on the left side of the court. And here is Sullivan. Pretty good pass. Dvorak back set Staverlik. And ball popped up by Nygaard. Nice play. Staverlik swings again. Someone calling Hutt. Left side. Hannon whacks it. Alan Allen is there. Hannon doing a lot of work on the left side today. I think he likes the right a little bit better, but he's toughing it out over there.
He sure is working hard, getting back for defense, then getting out in transition. Outdoor, I think, is the best transition team in this league, and they are showing it by keeping that ball alive and continuing to pound at the net.
Lots of long rallies in this one, huffing and puffing.
Transition, of course, that movement from defense to offense. All starts with the dig, and Eric Sullivan has certainly been keeping Outdoor in at 11 digs so far for Sullivan.
Partee up high. There's a good battle right there. Mano a mano. Partee Nygaard.
And still the timing not great between Seeley and Partee. They've talked about how good it is because they're both very tall players that the timing is hot. But that time, the last 2 attempts by Partee have been little swipes, paintbrushes right over.
Hannon with the serve. His team leading 9-8. Seeley got the dig. Over to Dan Hannon. And Alan Allen is there. Scooping out of the net. Nice play by Nygaard. Allen keeps it alive. Seeley sets Partee, and Partee boombas. Point Outdoor.
Good work, Doug.
Doug Partee working up kill number 8 here. The timing is perfect. Seeley gets the ball, hangs it in the air. Partee just beats the block.
10-8 now as Outdoor with its biggest margin of 2. And the ball out of bounds. 1:51 to go. Once again, the clock only runs while the ball's in play. If we end in a tie when the clock runs out, it's sudden death. Next point wins. And here is Alan Allen doing a lot of work, completely covered in sand. Middle, Partee blocked. Set was a little bit low, and Nygaard closing in to make it 10-9.
Nygaard, the rookie out of UCLA, blocking the veteran out of UCLA, showing him how the new Al Skates players get it done. Al Skates, of course, the head coach at UCLA, 16 national titles.
Just missed his 17th in 5 this year. And that ball is spiked out of bounds, so ABVL gets a point. And we're tied up at 10. So the second men's title of the year in the Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League. 5 points away for one of these teams. ABVL 10 and Outdoor 10. We'll be right back. The sounds of the band here at Atlanta Beach. That is Memory Dean. They sound good. Now, if you're interested in watching more Pro Beach Volleyball on ESPN and ESPN2, upcoming shows from Manhattan Beach, that will be June 11th at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific, and then we come to you from Newport, Rhode Island on June 28th. That's 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. Chris Marlowe, Heather Cox, as we join center court, tied up at 10, 1:41 to go. The Atlanta title up for grabs, and Alan Allen is going to serve it.
And right now we'll watch Outdoor has said, Dan Hannon admitted to me against ABVL, and frankly, all tournament, we haven't been able to seal the deal when it's been on the line. Let's see if they can step up a level when we're tied.
Seeley sets the X, and Dan Hannon pounds it through. Nice spike for the big Dan Hannon.
Hannon known as one of the most efficient, consistent hitters in the league. Very few errors for Dan Hannon, and it shows. He's won nearly 40% of the tournaments he's played in.
Seeley with a rolling jump serve. Dvorak back set. Here comes Stavurlik again. He dinks and, oh no, it's put up there by Sullivan, and the loopy long is Seeley.
Mike Seeley.
Wow, Stavurlik with a high dink. I thought it was going down, but popped up by Sullivan.
Mike Seeley loves those opportunities to swing away at the ball. After training 11 years as a setter, he says, whenever I can get up there and swing, I do. I'll push people down to get to the ball.
And that ball served out of bounds. We talked about Seeley going back to the national team. He said, I miss playing at that level. I want to get back to that international level when I get the competitive juices flowing. Seeley calling the play. And Dvorak will serve. 1:27 to play. Outdoor leading by 1. Hannon on the right. And Hannon cuts it cross court. Wow, what a shot. That's one of the best we've seen in the entire weekend.
And Dusty Dvorak going after Hannon, trying to go deep corners, force Hannon way to the back line so that he doesn't have time to get to the net to hit. And sure enough, Hannon can still make it happen. He was about 15 feet off the net and used the equipment. Got a little roll off the tape.
Outdoor by 1. Setting left, and Allen. Going a little quicker that time, and he beat the block. And a side out, so Jeff Nygaard will put the ball in play. Trailing by 1, 11-10. Once again, we're going to 15. Clock definitely coming into play now with 1:16 remaining. Nygaard. There's one of those rebound points. Could be a rebound point. Back over the net. Dvorak sets high middle. Allen. Yes. So Allen has had a bad hitting day, but he's starting to pump it now. He's starting to feel it.
4th kill for Allen. I like ABVL's strategy. They're really trying to find the deep corners, not only on the serves, but on the attacks as well.
The score reads 11-10 on the board, but I believe it's 11-all. Was that not a point? ABVL served, Jeff Nygaard, he served it. It was bumped over the net, and Allen killed it. But apparently that was not a point. I'm going crazy. Going crazy. Spin is out. I'm told from the production truck it is 11-11, so maybe I'm not going crazy, and that ball's blocked on the line. But the scoreboard still reads 11-10.
And you have to start to wonder, did the teams actually realize that the score is now correct?
They just changed it, so Marlowe and Cox were right. Thank goodness.
Cutting edge.
Say, I was a little bit worried about myself. My mom used to say that's how Alzheimer's starts. You just can't remember anything when you're on the air. Staverlik serving.
Come on, go!
Nice up. Dvorak, oh, great set. And Staverlik whammos it. What a bump by Dusty Dvorak.
Not only does he have that 5-set down with his hands, he's got the forearm bump pass as well. And Staverlik has been so consistent in this match. He has just done great things, very error-free so far in this game.
Our producer, Will Belke, in Seoul, Korea, had an interesting line, or in Barcelona. He said, you know you've done a lot of volleyball matches when you can spell both Staverlik and Liskevich correctly.
Staverlik, the master of the consonant.
Down the middle goes Dan Hannon, and the score remains 12-11, ABVL. But we only have 44 seconds to play now. Strategy?
I think right now you just have to continue playing like you've played. Don't pay attention to the clock. Right now with the score as close to 15 as it is, you just want to score points on your serve and your defense. Don't give the team an opportunity to side out.
Here's the go. He's blocked.
There's 2. Yes!
Allen, meanwhile, on the court, his 5th kill, but what a perfect time. Allen up against 2 very large blockers right through the hands. That's just a field goal
And
through Doug Partee.
Disgusted. That was the stuff if Partee has his hands together. Score remains 12-11.
Find a lot of middle blockers, though. They spread their hands out, trying to take more area of the court.
Pretty good pass. Play action. Sullivan gets it through. And a nice set by Mike Seeley, using Partee as the decoy. Sullivan doesn't get a lot of sets, but as you said, Heather, and I agree completely, he needs one-on-one.
He's a scrambler. He gets it done, but he's not the power, huge player of the net.
Seeley to serve. Outdoor looking for that point to tie it up before time runs out. Dvorak scooping backwards. Nygaard going up. Out of the net. Outdoor get a point right here. No! Allen with a save. Clock running at 21 seconds. And Staverlik puts it away. What a save by Allen right before that, though.
And a huge side out by Team ABVL. This could be the difference in the game. 20 seconds left on the game clock. Look at the crank cross court. Without a 2-block up, the defensive scheme just doesn't work.
A-bomb with 12 digs. That was a key one. And now Dusty Dvorak will serve. ABVL with a 1-point lead, 12-11. Going high, trying to drain some clock time. Seeley back set. Here comes Hannon. And Hannon thumps it down. It took 4.5 seconds off the clock.
Defense critical now for Team Outdoor. They've got to get a solid block up and read their defense behind it. We'll see. Right now, I think they'll go with a 3-blocker strategy. Partee will run to the net, and Sullivan will have to roam the entire back court.
Here's my strategy. They're going to set Staverlik, so get some guys over there if you're Outdoor. Back set, Staverlik. No! Dug up. Clock is running 10 seconds. Outdoor needs to terminate. No! It's out of bounds. Seeley into the net. And it is going over to ABVL. So Outdoor is going to have one more opportunity here to put the ball down. They have to terminate before the clock runs out so they can serve to tie it up to send it to sudden death. And it's going to be a timeout. ABVL leading 12-11. All right, we're coming back. Don't go away. 7.5 seconds to play. Can Outdoor do it? Stay with us. The Bud Light Pro Beach Volleyball League has been brought to you by Bud Light, the beer that won't fill you up and never lets you down. Make it a Bud Light. And by Outdoor Products, packs for life, made in the USA. Back at Atlanta Beach, 7 7/10 seconds remain. ABVL, the team with the ball, leading by 1. Jeff Nygaard going to send it up, and it's not. Oh, no, it is not going to traverse. So that only took about a second, and Outdoor will serve it.
That's just a huge risk. And the ABVL team looking at the clock, wondering why more time didn't tick off of the clock. I'm amazed that Nygaard went out there and went for the sky ball. He's a rookie on the beach, not used to the elements, and you never do a sky ball indoor.
The ABVL players, I believe, are making your point, Heather, that there should be less time on the clock than just 1 second, because it should go from the clap of the hand, from the serve of the hand to the ball hitting the net.
Exactly, and that was a good 2 seconds.
Let's see what they do to the clock. They're going to keep it at 6 seconds. So now Outdoor has to score on this play, or this match is over. Outdoor needs a point to tie it up, to send it to sudden death, perhaps.
Right now, you've got to have Sullivan go to Stavertlich, make him pass and hit. You know that Dusty is going to Stavertlich.
He does go to Stavertlich. Can they block him? No, but they have a chance. Time is out to tie it up. Not yet. Allen digs it. Outdoor needs to block one. Allen dug up for the tie, looking for sudden death. Hannon, and he puts it away. We are going to sudden death.
Outdoor Products. We are all tied up 12. It's sudden death.
Dan Hannon, the master of consistency, the go-to guy in the crunch time. He's the one that said we haven't pulled through. He wants to change things.
All right, here we go. Next point wins. Sudden death, outdoor in red, ABVL in green or blue or black or whatever you call the color of those trunks. Outdoor for the one. Each team. Oh, and that will do it! Eric Sullivan with the ace. What a comeback for Team Outdoor. They were trailing by one with 7 seconds to go, and they pull it out in sudden death, 13-12. So Outdoor is celebrating its first championship. Oh yeah, that was a sweet one. It's quite a rivalry between these two squads, players that know each other very, very well. Let's go down to the sand where Heather Cox is standing by with Eric Sullivan.
All right, Eric, all weekend long, your captain, Dan Hannon, has said that this team can't get it done in crunch time. Well, an ace in sudden death, it doesn't get any tighter than that.
Yeah, you know, what can I say? It's a good win for us, I think.
Now, all season in the 2 tournaments so far in this young season, you haven't been able to beat ABVL. What was the difference in today's final?
I think middle of the game we steadied out and realized that we could side out with them and pick and choose where we can get our points, and we converted on what we got.
Eric, congratulations on phenomenal play. Victory number 1, the first tournament championship for Team Outdoor. Chris?
Well, 7 and 7/10 seconds left to go. ABVL up by 1, 12-11. Jeff Nygaard serving a sky ball into the top of the net. Then there was a rally. 6 seconds later, Dan Hannon put the ball away, 12-12. And then finally, the Eric Sullivan ace. And Outdoor has their first win of the year. We hope you enjoyed it right here from Atlanta Beach. That will do it. For Heather Cox, I'm Chris Marlowe. The beach is now officially closed. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.